A very warm good morning to all my dear kiddos. Hope you all are doing great. Welcome back to the EVS class. Children, did you all enjoy the Christmas break? Yes? So let us utilize that energy in today's learning, right children? Children, can you differentiate these two pictures? Yes. Here is a picture. You can see there's lot of garbage lying on the ground, which is really unpleasant to see. Yes, children, and on the other hand, the situation is just vice versa to the picture, which is clean and tidy. My question is, if we don't keep our surroundings clean, then what is going to be happen? Children, have you ever imagined the situation? Yes, the heap of garbage keep on accumulating, which will lead to foul smell and many other disease. Isn't it, children? It means we have to make sure that our surroundings must be kept neat and clean to avoid any consequences of untidy situations. Right, children? So children, today we will study lesson number 16. Who will do this work? This lesson tells about the importance of the people who do cleaning job for us, and at the same time it is also our responsibility, children, to keep our belongings neat and clean. Children, have you ever seen such scenes around you? They are the people who clean up our locality for all of us. Yes, but have you ever thought of people who do this work? Can you imagine, children, how they would feel and why? Why do you think people need to do this kind of work? So, here is an interview given in your NCERT book from a documentary film, India Untouched. So, let us read out the question asked by some children to these people. First of all, they asked, since when you have been doing this work? So, they replied, it's been 20 years when we have completed our studies. Okay, then they asked, why didn't you study further? You could have got some other job. So they replied, we need money for studies actually. And even after that, most of our people continue to do this kind of work. वो कहते हैं कि हमको आगे पढ़ने के लिए पैसे की ज़रूरत है. अगर हम आगे पढ़ भी लेते हैं तब भी हम इस वर्क को कंटिन्यू करते हैं. Because it is a trend that they have to follow. After this, they ask, what do you mean? आपके कहने का क्या मतलब है? क्या आप और विस्तार से बता सकते हैं? So they said, since our great grandfather times or even before that, most people of our community have been doing this work. Even after getting a college degree, or our people do not get any other kind of job, so they have to do this work. Now children, look at the drawings given in this picture and please list out the few occupations that you could see in this. Okay, we can see here a girl painting the drawing, and there's a teacher also. Other one is doctor, and the women sweeping the road, driver, and many other occupation or jobs you can see. Right, children? Okay, children, if I asked to choose any 5 jobs shown in this picture, which would you choose and why? Obviously, you will opt for the professions like teachers, doctors, engineers, scientists, architects, etc. Right, children? None of us will go for any cleaning job. Then, children, why do people do this kind of work that others do not want to do? Because of some unfavorable conditions like poverty, illiteracy, and lack of awareness. And sometimes they have to follow their great-grandfather works, like we have discussed in the previous slides. Now, children, you will be able to understand that our schools and community looks beautiful because of them only, due to which we are free from any kind of contamination. So, children, we should be respectful and grateful to these people who really do the toughest job. In this regard, children, don't we have any duties to look after? Can we throw garbage in the water bodies like that? Can we throw any garbage on the street? No. As responsible citizens of India and good children, we are not supposed to throw any garbage in the water bodies on the street like that. If you see children any paper lying on the floor, then and there you put that paper in the garbage. If you eat something, throw the wrapper of chips and any chocolates in the dustbin rather than putting on the streets. And we should respect every kind of job. So children, can you think of some ways like machines or other things so that people would not have to do the work they don't like to do? Yes? Yes, there are some machines available which can be used for picking up the garbages. Now children, there is a task for you where you have to create your own imagination to draw a structure of such machines. So we teachers are waiting for the original creations will be done by our students. Alright children? Now children, let us read about an incident which is given in your book where Mahatma Gandhi ji has tried to change the situation of old India. He tried to demolish the concept of untouchability of that time. So let us see and read about that incident. Gandhiji had a friend, Mahadev Bhai Desai. Look at this picture children. This is Gandhiji and this is his friend Mahadev Bhai Desai. Mahadev Bhai's son Narayan also stayed with Gandhiji when he was young. See children, look at this picture of Narayan Desai when he was young. Now this is Narayan Desai's picture when he became old. Now listen carefully children. When Narayan Desai was about 11 years old, he was staying in Gandhiji's Sabarmati ashram. Okay? Like everyone else in the ashram, he had to do various kinds of work. One of his jobs was to teach the guests how to clean the toilets. Children, in those days, the toilets were not what we know today. There used to be holes under which baskets were kept. People sat on the holes. Later, the baskets had to be lifted by hand to be emptied. Children, in Gandhiji's ashram, it was a duty of every person that they had to carry the basket to the compost pit and empty it there. No one was excused from this task, not even the guest. Some years later, Gandhiji went to stay at a village near Wardha, which is situated in Maharashtra. Okay? Gandhiji, Mahadev Bhai and others started to clean the toilets in the village itself because children, they have been doing it so. So children, one day what happened? In the morning, one man was coming from the toilet and he saw Mahadev Bhai and said, "There is a lot of dirt in the toilet. Please go and clean it." Children, when Narayan Das saw this incident, okay, and who is Narayan Das? Narayan Das is a son of Mahadev Bhai. When he saw this, he got very angry because children, cleaning toilets in the village was not only meant for Gandhiji and his team. It was a work for every person, all those who were living there. But the man who was coming from the toilet, he was under impression that the people, those who clean the toilets, are untouchable. So children, Gandhiji and his team had done lot of hard work to make this practice demolish. And you know children, in today's scenario also you have seen many changes and many rules and regulations has been made for these people. So what all we have learned from this story? Yes, we have learned that a particular work is not only meant for a particular person or caste. This is our own work that we have to do by ourselves. Children, let us read one more story, okay? This story is almost 100 years ago, children, when a 7-year-old Bhim went to Goregaon. Children, where is Goregaon? Goregaon is a place in Maharashtra state of India, right? So he went with his father to spend his holidays there. Then he saw a barber cutting the long hair of a rich farmer's buffalo. Okay, so he also thought of his own long hair. Then he asked the barber and said, "Can you cut my hair?" You know what the barber replied? The barber replied, "If I cut your hair, both my razor and I will get dirty." तो बाबर ने क्या बोला कि अगर मैं तुम्हारे बाल काटूंगा तो मैं और मेरा रेजर जिससे मैं बाल काटता हूँ दोनों ही गंदे हो जाएंगे. So the poor little Bhim thought, so to cut human hair can be dirtier than cutting an animal's hair? Wondered. You know children, later this little Bhim was known as Bhim Rao Baba Sahib Ambedkar, who is also called as father of the Indian Constitution. Isn't it amazing, no children? So Baba Sahib also fought for justice for people like him. Alright children, I'm sure children you must have learnt a lot from this lesson, right? And also you're going to inculcate the values in your life as well. And children, don't forget to create a design for a garbage collector machine which has to be done on your own. Okay, thank you for watching the video.